Hi, we're Tricia and Mark Greenlaw from Mumford, New York, and we wanted to take a moment to introduce you to our son, Isaac Daniel Greenlaw. Isaac was born on January 27th, 2006, and unfortunately, we lost him on July 25th, 2006. See, I was a nurse working in a level 1 trauma center, and I had worked an overnight shift. My husband had worked in the medical and surgical ICU, and he had come home the evening prior, relieved our babysitter, got up around 3 in the morning, gave our son, Isaac, a bottle in his crib, a crib that had a fitted crib sheet that fit snugly on it. And at 3 a.m. when Mark went in and gave him a bottle, everything seemed fine. He took his bottle, went back to sleep, and I came home in the morning and at 8:45 went in his room and found our son lifeless, tangled up in that fitted crib sheet where the corner had unfortunately popped off of the mattress. And I had an extensive conversation with the medical examiner after and determined a little more detail. But at the time I found him, I immediately yelled for my husband to call 911 and I began CPR. I tried my very best. We rode in the ambulance to the hospital where they continued to try and resuscitate him in the back of the ambulance, and they pronounced our son dead at 9:23 in the morning. At the time, our other son, Tyler, was 6 years old, and he had been watching cartoons, and he had a hard time processing everything that had been going on. But still yet, we clung to our faith, and we stuck together as a family and decided we were going to try and make something good come of our tragedy. So the reality is, we wanted to see what could we have done different. Was there something we could have done different? We thought we had done everything we could. And we found that these QuickZip sheets existed that we didn't know about. So these QuickZip sheets, had we had them on our crib, we would still have Isaac with us today, because the mattress sits in the bottom and then you zip the top on. And by having the top zipped on, the elastic could not have come off of the corner, and ultimately that elastic had gotten over his shoulder and he had zigged essentially when he should have zagged, and he rolled and got that sheet wrapped around himself, and he would not have suffocated. In our tragedy, we researched. We wanted to know, how many other kids had died this way. Is this really a big problem, or are we just one of those statistics that was a fluke? And unfortunately, everything gets lumped under a crib death or SIDS, and we're here to tell you that that's not, in fact, what happened at all to our child. Yes, he died in his crib, but he died a preventable death. His death was one that was a result of positional asphyxia because his fitted crib sheet came off. And using the QuickZip sheets, we could have avoided that. So, today, Isaac would have been 11 years old, or about to be turning 11 actually, this month. And this was a picture of what he would have looked like at the age of 8. So if you were to advance that even 3 more years past that, that's what we think our boy would look like right now. And he would be in 4th grade, attending the Caledonia Mumford Elementary School, where my husband is a chess coach.
And he would be involved in many things. His older brother is an Eagle Scout, and so we know that he'd be in scouting like his brother, and he'd probably be a Weebelo, and he'd also be involved in the chess club that I run at the elementary school. He'd be going there and helping me as well, and he'd just be a very active boy. We would be reading to him books, and he's old enough to be reading to us and be excited about books, and we'd be putting a birthday boy on his chest instead of on the shelf. And and Curious George was one of his favorites, so we would have had a hat for him. And as his birthday is coming up, we also honor him and celebrate his life by doing random acts of kindness. We would give out gas cards or pay for people's food at the drive-thru, or we've been coloring books to kids in the cancer center at a hospital. So we do things every year, and then we hand out these little cards that have Isaac's picture on it, and it has a website on there that people can go visit. And then on the back, it talks about the safety crib sheets and how important they are. And it also has other information about other items that you can get. And we tend to just do this a lot. We give these sheets out to friends and families and anybody that we know that is going to
be having a baby. We definitely, since we learned about the QuickZip sheets, we hand them out to every pregnant person that we know, every baby shower we go to. We ask that other people, if they know somebody who's pregnant or expecting, that they would consider getting them these QuickZip sheets. Our son that we adopted, Nehemiah, he is going to be turning 3. He has had the QuickZip sheets on his mattress since the day we actually brought him home from the hospital, because we had the pack and play porta crib sheets on when we were out in the state he was born. And then obviously in his mattress, in his crib, he absolutely had the QuickZip sheets on. And he continues to have them on his toddler bed. Our teenager, Tyler, who was 6 at the time that his brother passed away, has them on his twin bed now. Obviously, we're not concerned about him as a teenager getting tangled, but it's something that left a lasting impact on us. Our family picture, we had Angel Isaac inserted into it back shortly after he passed away, so that we'd have one last family picture. If he were still here, our family picture would look very different. We'd have 17-year-old Tyler and 11-year-old Isaac and 3-year-old Nehemiah with Mark and I. And, we absolutely appreciate the hard work that the QuickZip company and Elizabeth and all the employees have been doing to promote crib sheet safety awareness in memory of our son. They have these bookmarks that they send out. They've always done things to try and promote that safety aspect. Yes, it's absolutely convenient, and they certainly have advertised that piece of it. But we want you to know what wonderful safety feature that this provides. In our mind, though convenience is very helpful, we think that the safety really should be emphasized, and would strongly recommend that nobody should be using a fitted crib sheet. The reality is, if we hadn't, we would still have Isaac. If we had a QuickZip sheet on our mattress in our crib, we would still have Isaac. I would not have had to do CPR. I would not have had to make a decision with Mark to donate his organs. We would not be out there going to the cemetery for all our holidays and for his birthday. So, please consider our words, consider our story. Help us keep our son's memory alive and have his legacy be one to turn good out of our tragedy. Use the QuickZip sheets. Really and truly, they're absolutely worth it. I think having your child with you, by your side, forging memories, is absolutely more important and paramount than making sure your sheet meets some theme that your nursery has, or that somebody got you at a baby shower so you feel the need to have to use it. These are absolutely durable. They're user-friendly.
and washable.
Washable. We've had the same set actually for years for our son, and we just want you to consider that when you're making your choices and your decisions.
We thank you so much for listening.
Have a great day.